timeline. Made by me. I mean, did you really think... Are you dumb enough to actually think it was made by, I don't know, Mr. Cummings? Goodbye. Technical difficulties, please stand by. Well, let's go. 5500 BC, I really don't have anything to say for that. 5000 BC, I do. The Sumer form the first towns and cities. They use irrigation to farm large areas of land. 4000 BC. The Sumer established powerful city-states building large ziggurats at the center of their cities as temples to their gods. 3500 BC. Much of Lower Mesopotamia is inhabited by numerous Sumer city-states such as Uruk, Eridu, Kish, Lagash, and Nippur. Hey, at least the wheel was invented. 3300 BC. The Sumerians invent the first writing. They use pictures for words and inscribe them on clay tablets. 3200 BC. The Sumerians began to actually use the wheels on vehicles. 3000 BC. The Sumerians start to implement mathematics using a number system with a base of 60. 2700 BC. The famous Sumerian king Gilgamesh rules the city-state of Ur. 2400 BC. The Sumerian language is replaced by the Akkadian language as the primary spoken language in Mesopotamia. 2330 BC. Sargon I of the Akkadians conquers most of the Sumerian city-states and creates the world's first empire, the Akkadian Empire. 2250 BC. King Naram Sin of the Akkadians expands the empire and to its largest state. He will rule for 50 years. 2100 BC. After the Akkadian Empire crumbles, the Sumerians once again gain power. The city of Ur is rebuilt. Finally, some good news. 2000 BC. The Elamites capture Ur. Sorry guys, technical difficulties, please stand by. 1900 BC. The Assyrians rise to power in the northern Mesopotamia. 1792 BC. Hammurabi becomes king of Babylon. He establishes the Code of Hammurabi, and Babylon soon takes over much of Mesopotamia. 1781 BC. King Shamshi-Adad of the Assyrians dies. The first Assyrian Empire is soon taken over by the Babylonians. 1750 BC. Hammurabi dies and the first Babylonian Empire begins to fall apart. 1595 BC. The Kassites take the city of Babylon. 1360 BC. The Assyrians once again rise in power. 1250 BC. The Assyrians begin to use iron weapons and chariots. 1225 BC. The Assyrians capture Babylon. Oh boy, here we go again. 1115 BC. The Second Assyrian Empire reaches its peak under the rule of King Tiglath-Pileser I. 1077 BC. Tiglath-Pileser dies of the Assyrian Empire becomes weaker for a time. 744 BC. The Assyrian Empire becomes strong once again under the rule of Tiglath-Pileser III. 721 BC. King Sargon II takes control of Assyria. The empire grows stronger. 709 BC. Sargon II takes control of the city of Babylon. 705 BC. Sargon II dies, and the Sennacherib becomes king. He moves the capital to Nineveh. 600, yeah, that's Sennacherib, and he moves it to Nineveh. 668 BC. Ashurbanipal becomes the last great king of Assyria. Well, that's kind of sad. What happened to all the other ones? Never mind. Wait. Oh, okay. That makes sense. You see, this is so out of context, even I'm getting confused. 626 BC. Ashurbanipal dies, and Assyria begins to crumble. 616 BC. Nabopolassar takes control of Babylon from the Assyrians and crowns himself king. The Neo-Babylon Empire begins. 604 BC. Nabopolassar dies, and the Nebuchadnezzar II becomes king of Babylon. He will rule for 43 years and bring the Babylonian Empire to its peak. 550 BC. Cyrus the Great rises to power, and the Persian Empire begins. 539 BC. Cyrus the Great takes the city of Babylon and lets its Jewish people run to Israel. 522 BC. Darius I becomes king of Persia. He expands the empire. Sorry that I paused there. I just was asked a question. Someone in my family. Alright, so 522 BC. Darius I becomes king of Persia. He expands the empire and divides it up into states ruled by a governor called a satrap. 518 BC. Darius I establishes the capital of the Persian Empire at Persepolis. 490 BC. Darius I attacks the Greeks. He is defeated at the Battle of Marathon, unfortunately. R.I.P. 480 BC. Xerxes I tries to conquer the Greeks with a huge army. Unfortunately, he is eventually turned back in defeat. 333 BC. Alexander the Great invades the land and conquers the Persian Empire. Yep, he conquers it. And the end. And my special kudos goes to Ducksters. Just with a quick Google search, Mesopotamian timeline, you'll find this. Sorry, my brightness is really low. Get this stupid thing up. Yep, that's Ducksters right there. And they got all the information. So I don't want to plagiarize, because plagiarizing is taking what they have and not giving them credit. So I want to give them credit, and here's the proof that they have it. Okay? So, thank you very much for watching. I hope that you have another good day. Please don't have a bad day. Okay. Anyway, enough of the Megalovania jokes. Goodbye.